Alrighty guys, welcome to another episode on the Vape Train Gaming channel. This is Vape Train tuning in for you tonight. Very special night. I'm actually managing to get my hands on a 145 Therizinosaurus. Now, it's the Valentine's event going on right now, so we're getting the box of chocolates for breeding things. So that means that I used a box of chocolates to halfway tame this thing, and taming it up the rest of the way now. Trying to collect another box of chocolates so I can tame a 145 or 150 female so I can breed the two. But yeah, so what I decided to do tonight is I realized I didn't actually have the Therizino saddle learned, and I had been planning to do a mind wipe, and I mind wiped and didn't think about it, and I was like, oh damn, I might as well do this. So I currently have 950% crafting speed. So, you know what time it is? It's time for a recipe tutorial video. This is going to be like just kind of on the side with having a Therizino, which is pretty great. But at the same time, I'm going to show y'all everything I know about making recipes. Now, a lot of people have kind of like stopped using this technique, like going ahead and using it for making cooking recipes and stuff so that you can have food that's more reliable and it actually gives you more of a boost. I haven't seen very many people doing it anymore, so I am still the person who really likes using cooked recipes, especially on Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth is definitely a place that you definitely want recipes like that because you have a very limited number of resources to begin with, and if y'all haven't noticed, the base is getting packed. Like, I've got some baryonyx over here, I've got some more diplos over here, I've got a bunch of moss chops for Perovias, and then I've got I've got all sorts of everything here. I also, another update, I actually bred Rexes and another Bronto. This is Multiverse. He actually came out really well. He's almost got 500% attack damage now, and he's going to be an attack slash tank Bronto. Got all sorts of stuff that's been going on. Haven't really been videotaping that much because it's a mixture of things. Thank you for all the support and everything with the Broodmother video. I hope to actually release a few more videos that might actually get that type of following, or at least that type of views. That number of views was absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for coming out and having a look and watching the videos. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and finish taming this bad boy up, and I'll be back for the actual recipe tutorial, alright? Catch y'all in a bit. Welcome to Cooking with Vape Train, where every dish is made with love. So, with the new Valentine's update and everything, we actually have the boosted breeding speeds and box of chocolates and everything else. Like I said before, with the Therizino I was taming, used the box of chocolates to boost his taming up to 50%, so I'd save on kibble and everything and boost up on taming effectiveness. But today I'm actually going to be going over recipes. Now, recipes are a thing that's kind of dying out. Like, I've seen a few tribes using it, a few people using it here and there. I don't hear about it that often from people. I don't hear about it on videos. I don't hear about it on anything like that. Like, it seems like it's one of the special little talent trees or special little things that Ark has that no one seems to want to take advantage of, even though they should. Especially living in Scorched Earth or anything like that, recipes can save your life time and time and time again. Top 5 things that I feel that you should know before going on a recipe making extravaganza. Biggest thing, all of your recipes, all the stats and bonuses that your recipes will give you are boosted by crafting speed. So make sure to take a mind wipe, deal with the fact that you have to redo all your engrams and points and whatnot. Make 2 mind wipes and turn around and put all your levels directly into your crafting speed, like I did today. 950% crafting speed. Now, if I remember correctly, the top percentage of it is like 1050 or 1090 or something along the level 100 is basically where you cap out. Now, the other way is number 2. To go along with the crafting speed is Focal chili. Now, focal chili is fantastic. It actually boosts your crafting speed by 100%, so this will knock me up to 1050. Now, I made a few recipes already, which I will get into because these are my top 3 recipes. Third thing I need to tell you about recipes is make sure to make multiples. And I'm saying, like, you make one recipe that you find to be fantastic and you love it and you always want to use it, make multiple copies of the recipe as you are doing this, because there's times when a dinosaur will destroy your cooking pot. You'll get raided and you'll lose the recipes that are in there, but not inside the base. Think about it. Hand them out to your tribe mates so that they can take advantage of it as well. Also, number 4, weight. Take weight into account. Try to use the most minimal amount of ingredients as you can. I think you can only have like 8 ingredients in one recipe. So keep it minimal. Don't do like max stacks of things as a recipe, because that's going to be one heavy piece of food. Like, you're talking about like 5-10 pounds per piece of food, and that is ridiculous. Nobody wants no one wants to eat a sandwich that weighs 20 pounds. I mean, I don't feel like having my arteries clogged. How about you? But number 5 is a big thing. Don't use kibble in water, like water recipes. Bad idea. Like, you're completely contradicting the whole idea of having a water recipe. You are killing yourself. So, scorched earth, never use kibble in water recipes. Now, let's go over what you need to get this done. Now, focal chili is, if I remember correctly, I've got it written down here. Haha! It is actually 5 citronal, 20 amar, 20 azul, 20 tinto, and 10 mejos, and 9 cooked meat. Now, that's a pretty simple recipe. Toss it all in your cooking pot, throw in a cup of water, and make it work. So, you get a 100% boost on your crafting speeds. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my focal chili. And we're going to go in here, and you need the process of being able to get into this the ability to make recipes. Now, you can do this starting at level 1. As far as I know, I've never had any problems with not being able to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of notes here. Now, it's pretty simple to do this. Now, I like to go ahead and just throw the ingredients into the cooking pot off the bat, but we're going to do it this way. You toss the note on the inside of the cooking pot, and you hold E, make recipe. So it brings up the menu for making a recipe. Now, I am missing one key ingredient here. Dino eggs that I feel like sacrificing. Now, if you're on a normal, like the island map or the center map or anything like that, dodos and all that is more than easy to get. But Scorched Earth, not so much. So make sure to save some extra eggs, or once you start having an immense amount of eggs, then start using them for the recipes, because you don't want to burn through your eggs that you might need for taming later. There is no variance in the boost that you get in the type of eggs. You're wasting your eggs if you're sitting there and deciding to use Rex eggs in your recipes. You're not getting any additional boosts. Dinosaur eggs all register on the same amount. So, talking about ingredients, when it comes down to it, if you want to know a more detailed breakdown of the ingredients, go check out the link in the description below. It'll take you to the ARC Wikipedia that actually has the chart that lets you know exactly what ingredient does for each thing. So you've got 4 different tiers, like 4 different categories of where the stats can get boosted. You have health, stamina, food, and water. Now, food and water, it only happens in between the 2 different types of food categories. So you've got, we're going to pop in here, make recipe. You have drink and food. Now, each one comes with a customizable icon. With the food, you can do a sandwich, a hoagie, or a cake. I like the cake because, I mean, it's cool. Who doesn't like cake? If you don't like cake, I can't blame you, because there's sometimes you shouldn't like cake. But then drink, you have a purple pimp cup, just like almost all my recipes, unless it's something different. Or you have your red solo cup. Red solo cup. Probably got some Jack in there. There you go. red solo cup. Now, when it comes down to making a recipe, we are going to go ahead and make 3 specific recipes that I enjoy making that are a constant on most of the servers that I'm on. When it comes to doing Scorched Earth, I've got one specifically made for that as well, and we're going to go ahead and get this started here. So we're going to start off by making Vape's carrot cake. Now, I'm going to customize this icon because I don't want everything, the amounts that are in the ingredient table to spoil. Now, talking about spoil timers, one of the biggest benefits about having recipe items like recipe foods, they have a whopping 48-hour spoil timer. So those times on Scorched Earth or whatnot, when you're running around, your food just keeps expiring, and you're like, oh no, I've got to take up these berries and kill this and cook this. No. You make your recipe items, they last you all day long. They might be a little bit heavier than the meat that you could be eating, but it's worth it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to design Vape's carrot cake. Let's see, number 1 is going to be the icing. Number 2 will be the actual top here. So we're going to give it kind of an orange tint. Pop the red all the way up, make sure it's orange. Now inside, we're going to give it a little bit of a red tint as well. But we're not going red velvet here, guys. We're going carrot cake. So we got to have a little bit of an orange tint to it. So there we go. Vape's carrot cake. Now, with cooked recipe items, they all work like food. You've got to be hungry, you got to be moving around, you got to have something for it to restore. Now, unlike regular food, it doesn't restore instantly. It restores, I think it's like every 1.x seconds, a certain percentage of whatever the actual bonus is. So, Vape's carrot cake takes 2 dodo eggs, or 2 eggs of your choice. It's up to you, whatever you want to lose. You also have 20 Rockarrot. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to shift drag to split this in half, and then to split it in half again. And then we'd like to add a 1 gram mushroom, which you can get that from doing, you see how it expired right there? Pay attention to that. While you're crafting these ingredients and customizing everything, if you put in the wrong amount, you're not going to get the actual recipe you want. So that's always something to watch. So we have I think one cooked meat. I think that's my recipe. Boom. So that's Vape's carrot cake. Just like Granny used to make. Love you, Granny. Not used to make. I mean, Granny's still alive. Edna, not so much. Miss her to death, though. But this is my recipe for the carrot cake. Now, Vape's carrot cake is fantastic. We'll go over the stats and everything here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get started on the next recipe because I don't want to waste this vocal chili. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to toss in another note, and we're going to go make recipe. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the flash cake, or flash sandwich, or flash whatever you want to call it. Either way, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm going to make the flash hoagie. Now, for that, we're going to go ahead and just throw in a bunch of red and yellow, because we all know Flash's colors, red and yellow. Might as well, right? I mean, probably trademark. Please don't sue me. But yeah. Yeah, I guess that can work, right? We can make a few more of these things red, because that one spot, yeah. I don't know. People, come color this for me. I don't know what I want to make it look like. There you go. Flash hoagie. The flash hoagie. Yay. Alright, so this is to make it so you can run like the Alpha Tribe is out after you. I'm gonna make sure I get this all spelled out right. Now what this is going to consist of is 2 dino eggs, as I said, of your choosing, and then 20 citronal. Now when it comes down to specialty crops like citronal and Rockarrot, savoroot, and all that jazz, they give you amazing, and I mean amazing. I totally was making this wrong. Take that back. Take all of this out. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid. You know what this takes? 5 kibble. I was getting way too into it. I was started making a Scorched recipe, man. I'm I'm special here. That's the flash hoagie. Boom. 5 kibble. We'll go over the stats on that in just a moment. Now, last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and get this kibble out of here, because what's the one thing you don't do while you're making a drink? Kibble. Kibble will screw you. So, we're going to go ahead and get the next node in here, and we're going to go ahead and pop into here. Now, as I was trying to say before about the specialty crops are amazing for hydration. They just give ridiculous amounts of hydration points and water points, so you need to use that, especially if you're doing a recipe for Scorched Earth. As soon as you can start making these crops, you can make these recipes, they will save your life. They will 100% save your life. So I like to do 2 dino eggs, 20 citronal, or whatever different specialty crop you like to use. I personally feel if I'm going to have a drink, it's probably going to be citrus instead of a carrot, potato, or, you know, corn. So, that's what this is going to make. So this is going to be my purple pimp cup. We're going to have yellow liquid, purple, there we go, purple. This is the cure for the Scorched. Cure for the Scorched. I want you guys to hydrate like no one is watching. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. It just sounded catchy to me earlier while I was putting these recipes in. So, boom. Now, with everything we just made, we have Vape's carrot cake. Now, this thing, since I have such a high boosted crafting speed, of course, your stats will vary. It's pretty even all across the board. It's not too heavy. It only probably weighs, I actually made it right up here before without taking the focal chili, and it only weighs a pound and 1.13. And then the flash cake, or the flash hoagie, it only weighs, you know, practically nothing. And look at the amount of stamina. Even before I'm using the focal chili, it's 1090. 1090 stamina is constantly being restored for X amount of time. That's fantastic. Now, I'm not quite sure whether all these benefits or whatnot can help with the dinosaur. By all means, I'll take us outside and check in just a minute. Because that would be great to feed your Rex or your Giga or something like that to keep that stamina up. I don't think it works that way. I wish it did, but I don't think it does. And then, last but not least, the cure for the Scorched. Look at the amount of water on that. These stats are amazing, and just the restorative property of that is awesome. You could carry 5 or 10 of these with you if you wanted to. Yeah, they might weigh you down a little bit, but you're already normally pumping your weight. They are fantastic. I don't know why people don't use them as much as they should. Now, the differences here, so the carrot cake, this is going to be the 100% crafting speed difference. Here's the stats here: 219, 243, 205, 227, 205 again, 227 again. That's a good 20 to 30 point difference with having 100 additional crafting speed. That's amazing. It's the same thing with the flash cake and everything. There's no difference here except for the stamina. Since there's such a high percentage boost, 1200 stamina. I don't know why people don't use these more often. I mean, look at that. 800 water, 200 health, 143. Heck, you could just carry this around and some cooked meat and you'd be set. I mean, I'd prefer to have the cake with me because I love having my carrot cake. Thank you. But recipes are fantastic. Now, you can also prank people. You can make poop sandwiches and organic polymer sandwiches. You do all sorts of things. Alrighty folks, thank you for watching my recipe tutorial video. By all means, leave some comments in the section below and let me know of some of the recipes you came up with. Now, here's something that alpha tribes probably don't think of, or larger tribes that have Rexes and everything constantly go on meat runs. How about make a recipe that requires 20 raw meat. It doesn't weigh that much when it's finally made. It gives decent health boosts, and you could just mass make a buttload, especially when you're breeding things. It's a good idea. But guys, y'all make sure to come back and see me sometime. Thank you for being here. VapeTran signing off. Goodbye with love. At the same time, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can. Thank you for watching, guys. Come back and see me again.